Hey you guys, and thanks for tuning in. Today I am going to talk about the Orange is the New Black because questions are being asked about the show. Is it the same as being in prison? And I went ahead and I watched episode 2, season 1, episode 2. It was funny. It was called the Tit Punch. So I'm going to start with when it first came on. They were in the kitchen. And sure enough, they were stealing food. They was taking food, putting it inside their blouse. That's what they do. I had just told somebody that in prison, that's all they do is steal. It's a lot of stealing going on because it's kind of like their livelihood. That's how they survive. Like stealing food out the kitchen and taking it back and selling it, or taking it and cooking food and selling food. So, yeah, that was funny. Stealing in the kitchen. Yep, same as prison. Oh, and then remember episode 1 where it left off, they had the lady in charge of the kitchen that took the tampon and put it in her sandwich. So she was all upset, so distraught, screaming and hollering. She had ran out the kitchen. So now she done went to the warden and told the warden that she wanted him to move her out of that prison and send her to another prison. So warden's like, okay, he picked up his pen. What's the problem? Tell me what's the problem? What's going on? And then she looked and I guess she thought about it for a minute and she said nothing. And so she left. You can go to the warden. You got a problem, you go to the warden. And if you're being threatened or you feel like your life is in danger for any reason, they will move you and send you to another prison if they feel like it is really necessary. Oh, also she went to the orientation. And they showed a video. Yeah, right. Don't show no video. When I first got to the prison and they did the orientation was with the inmates. And the inmates, it wasn't nothing nice like they just showed. It wasn't nothing nice. It was all bad. They basically let you know that they're the ones in charge. You better not go to the cops. You got a problem, you come to them. So that whole video thing. And then there was a second orientation with the prison authorities, the warden assistant, and most of the staff that's in charge. And you kind of sit down one-on-one and they kind of went over your case and what you're in for and what they think that you should do while you're in prison. And I did that, and that was not nice. The assistant warden was horrible. He made the women feel degrading. Yes, he did. The things that he said to me that day was horrible. And it took everything I had not to cry. Let him know that he had got the best of me, and he did. And the stories that I had heard from the other women, how he treated them in that one-on-one orientation was horrible also. But the way they did it was nothing like it's really done. Okay, also, oh, so when it was time to eat, she went in the kitchen. Guess what? They wouldn't give her no food. They wouldn't give her no food because the lady in charge of the kitchen has decided, like, oh, okay, you said my food was nasty. Oh, okay, so we're not going to feed you. So they wouldn't give her no food. So she thought she was going to walk out the kitchen. And, of course, where you think you're going? Sit down. We all leave at the same time. Sure enough, yes, that's how it is in prison. You can't just get up and leave. No. Everybody walk in the kitchen together. You sit down in a row. There's no, oh, I can sit anywhere I want. No, you don't. You walk in the kitchen, you sit down together, and they give you so many minutes, and you better eat fast. Because after so many minutes, they're like, well, let's go. You got to get up. You got to get up, and you got to leave with everybody else. You got to get in line, and you got to walk back. There's no, okay, get up, I'm going, I'm about to do my thing. No, it doesn't work like that. So that was funny. She thought she was going to leave the kitchen. Oh, okay. So also, while she was in the kitchen, she was telling the ladies that she was going to just apologize. And they were like, yeah. And I'm thinking like, oh, no. Don't listen to the ladies. Don't you go and apologize, because they don't give a F about you. And usually that's how it was. You can't believe nobody. You can't trust nobody. You a newbie. You better figure this stuff out on your own. But you should know better than that. You don't go and apologize for nobody. Because if you do, sure enough, they're going to think you weak. And, and that's what happened. Oh, and then they showed the black girl. The black girl was in the library and she was snitching. She was hiding behind the books and she was telling the officer what was going on in the kitchen. And then she was like, well, she was nervous. She was saying, what's going to happen to the lady in the kitchen? Was she going to get in trouble? The officer, don't worry about it. She was like, but I don't want to be no snitch. I don't want nobody to know. Oh, you a snitch. Oh, because you know, she know. If somebody find out that she was snitching to the cop, ooh, oh, trust me, eventually, I can't wait for the next episode. She gonna get caught, and it's going down. You can't be snitching to no cops. They let you know in orientation. You don't tell nothing. You got a problem, you come to us. We resolve things. I can't wait to see what happened with that. Oh, and he gave her some candy. She's snitching for candy. But it's funny because, man, you got to do what you got to do. You find women doing all kinds of stuff, stealing and all kinds of stuff in prison because you got to survive. And I guess for candy, whatever it takes to eat. So, her stupid self. Homegirl went to the lady in the kitchen. The lady in the kitchen, she's in the bathroom getting her whole wax, her body shaved by another woman. And she's telling her, oh, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I should have never said anything, I'm sorry, I'll do whatever you want me to do. OMG. She went about that wrong. She should not have did that. And then she told the lady, you're sweet, you're sweet. Wow, she should not have did that. And you know what the lady said? The lady told her, the first time you perceive yourself as being weak, that's how everybody gonna take you. Yep.